Today, I want to tell a story of the worst Uber of all time. I was down in Kansas City 3 years ago, and we were going from my friend's apartment downtown, about a 20-minute drive. And so we got an Uber. I called the Uber, and the guy pulls up into the apartment complex, and he's driving a Kia Soul, which already it's like we're set up for failure here because it's a Kia Soul. Okay? And there's four of us that are getting in this Uber. And it's an Uber X, not an Uber XL, but, whatever. So, the guy gets in the apartment complex. He can't find where we're at in the apartment complex. It's, this whole thing. So finally I find the guy. He's over kind of across the parking lot. So I go and he rolls down the window, and literally this dude has like a leather jacket on. He's got black slick back hair. He's like a Russian guy. And he looks at me. He rolls the window down. He looks at me from across he's in the driver's seat. There's a passenger seat, and the window of the passenger seat is rolled down. And he looks at me. He goes, "Get in the car." And I'm like, fuck. I literally thought to myself, this is where I die. This is where, it's over for me. And this is where I have come to. This is going to be the way I go out. It's going to be in this Uber with this serial killer who is going to drive us downtown Kansas City. So I get in the Uber. I'm like, while he's saying that, I'm like trying to wave my friends out, like, "Hey, we're over here. We're over here." And so I'm trying to do that, and he's like, "Are you getting? I gotta find my Russian accent real quick. Are you getting in or what?" And I'm like, "Yeah." So I get in, and now it's just he and I in this car by ourselves. And so he pulls around. We pick up my friends or whatever, and then I put up my seatbelt on or whatever, and I'm shitting my pants. I am terrified of this dude, and we get on the freeway, and this dude, no bullshit, starts going probably 95 on this freeway, just zooming in and out of traffic, just and we're in a Kia Soul. If you forgot what a Kia Soul looks like, here's what it looks like. Shit box. That's what it looks like. So we're in a shit box that is the size of a toaster, and we're going 95 on a freeway through Kansas City, and literally this dude's weaving in and out of traffic going 95 mile an hour, and at one point he jerks the wheel. We all go, "Whoa." One of my friends in the back seat smacks his head on the glass of the window. This dude doesn't give a fuck. He is running and gunning this Kia Soul into the ground. And he is just, it is just a comedy of things. So then we get downtown Kansas City. We're driving into downtown, into the Power and Light District or whatever. And he stops at a red light, and I see people. And at this point, I am beyond terrified. We were participating in some extracurriculars at the pregame, so I was a little, feeling good. And so he stops. I see people walking, and I'm like, "Oh, there's a crowd. We must be here." So I take my seatbelt off, go to get out of the car. He's like, "Whoa, what are you doing?" And I'm like, he's like, "No." And I was like, "All right, I guess it's not time to get out yet." And so I put my seatbelt back on. I'm like, "Sorry, sir." And then we get down there, and it was just, I got out of that Uber, and I was like, oh boy, that was a close one. Because I thought, if this guy doesn't murder me before we get downtown, or if he doesn't pull out I was waiting for him the entire time. I was waiting for him to pull out a pistol with a silencer and just be like, I'm sorry I had to do this. And just, I'm done. That's what I was expecting. And then once we get on the freeway and we're going 95 mile an hour in and out of traffic, I'm like, okay, if I don't die by a pistol with a silencer, I'm definitely going to die in a traffic accident, because this dude is out of his fucking mind, weaving in and out of traffic, doing the whole deal. So It was just a shit show from the word go. And I was so relieved to get out of that Uber and never have to see that guy again. And I haven't. And if you are that guy and you're watching this show, fuck you. But no, it was fun. It's fun to look back on now. At the time, it was very scary. I was shitting my pants, like I said. So, but now it's fun to look back on, and it's one of those things that I'm just like, oh boy.